Thank you very much, Laskin Corla. It is proposed that, notwithstanding anything in standing orders, the proceedings on number 21 shall be interrupted at 11:30 a.m. to allow statements from the Taoiseach and the Tánaiste and statements in reply from the main spokespersons for Fianna Fáil, Sinn Féin and the technical group, who shall be called upon in that order, which shall not exceed 5 minutes in each case. And the order shall resume at 12:15 p.m. with leaders' questions and order of business. 12:15.
12:15.
In terms of the timing involved, I think it's a very shambolic way of treating Parliament in terms of a very, very important issue, and we have no objection to facilitating a statement from the government in relation to the issue at hand. Although we have been seeking over the last number of weeks a more fuller debate on the issues in relation to the exit strategy from the Troika programme. And it seems to me to come in at 11:15 and say that we're changing the order to then say in 15 minutes' time we'll have a further debate, but it'll only be of a half-hour duration and 5 minutes each without any consideration or any time for consideration of the issues and without any knowledge of what the government statement will contain, I think is not acceptable in terms of the relationship between the government and this Dáil. It's typical, it follows a pattern in terms of how the government treats the Dáil. And I think there cannot be a more fundamental issue than this issue. It's a very, very important issue. But there's been no appraisal of the opposition, there's been no consultation with the opposition, good, bad or indifferent. It's just you summon in the Dáil, you tell the Dáil, we're going to change the schedule now in 15 minutes' time. We'll give everybody, just a number of people 5 minutes each, and nobody else gets a chance to speak on it. It's disgraceful. It really is. It's wrong. And, you know, we've had a lot of debate over the last month, 6 weeks, in the context of the referendum about Dáil reform. I attended the Constitutional Convention last night, a public session, just to hear what was going on. A lot of interested citizens about the role of government, the role of Parliament and so on. So I think I would ask the Chief Whip to bear my comments in mind, and I would ask that the order be changed. If you don't mind.
Deputy Martin,
let me make a point. There was far more wider debate on issues. I'm just simply asking, look, sorry, I'm entitled to speak. I didn't interrupt you, yeah, but you guys want to shut down people. Suppress speech. That's your attitude. You don't run.
All right, please.
No, you don't run. You don't run the Dáil, Deputy Dunn. You don't run the Dáil.
Sorry, I want to make Deputy Martin to conclude.
What I want to suggest to the Whip is that would he agree that we would resume at 12 o'clock? Just give a reasonable time to people to prepare for the debate in an informed manner. That's all I'm simply asking. It's now 11:20. You're saying we're coming back in 10 minutes' time to debate something that we haven't been appraised of. Taoiseach and Tánaiste, the Cabinet have met, so they clearly have an idea. I mean, otherwise it's just a PR stunt from the government side. And that's fair enough, that's what the government want to do. But in terms of the Dáil itself, and we want to be constructive here, why not simply change what's your proposition and saying we adjourn now, or interrupt the business, that the Taoiseach comes in at 12 o'clock, and we have the same sequence as you've outlined, and then a commitment to a fuller debate after that.
Thank you, Deputy Martin on behalf of Sinn Féin. Brief intro.
At the outset, I said this is a terrible way to. 8 or 9 minutes, and 10 minutes, less than 10 minutes' time, that an announcement is going to be made, and allocate 5 minutes to each party in response to it, without even knowing what the announcement is. I think it's disgraceful. I think it's treating this House with contempt, insofar as that the government at this point in time can come in here and do this without any accountability or no mechanism or no knowledge from our point of view of what this is about. I think it's a very, very bad way to do business. It's setting a very, very bad example, and effectively it's undermining the credibility of this House.
Mr. State.
there's one from each party. My understanding is one from each party.
I'm sorry, this is just for leaders of groups we're talking at the moment. No, it's not. No, I'm calling on the Minister. I'm calling on the Minister of State.
Corla.
I'm sorry.
Can I be helpful to the opposition? Taoiseach and Tánaiste wants going to make a statement. Cabinet finished at just 11 o'clock. We're coming straight into the chamber to inform the people of the decision that was made at Cabinet. We will have the order of business directly after leaders' questions, and I can assure you that whatever request that you may put forward will be treated accordingly.
Yeah. Sorry, Deputy Martin.
What I'm asking Chief Whip is, obviously the government made a decision. I said we had no difficulty in facilitating the government to make a statement to the House. What I'm simply saying is, can it not be started at 12 o'clock? It's now 20 past 11. We've had absolutely no notice of this. I'm trying to be... Hold on a second, please. I'm trying to be reasonable and constructive here. And to the outside world, give some sense that this House matters. To the outside world, give some sense that this Parliament matters and this House matters. That's what I'm trying to do. And I'm simply saying, instead of half 11, can we not start at 12 o'clock? That's reasonable, that people can make an informed contribution to whatever announcement is going to be made. Fair.
That's
very fair.
No, sorry.
But your whip is happy with that. Are you happy with it?
No. The there's an announcement made by... Please now.
Can the whip just if it
on
would
a
be
point of
possible
order,
to hear that?
I hope it's in order.
Could the whip now outline for us what the change in order actually is? Could he just inform us now what his intention is? Will the Taoiseach and Tánaiste, can I ask the question last together? Will the Taoiseach and Tánaiste now come into the House, make their statement, then there will be a period of reflection for the leaders of the parties to have time to absorb what's being stated, and we'll be given a period of at least a half an hour in which we will then come back and respond.
Thank you.
Can we get clarity on that?
Please. No, Minister of State sorry, no, just hold on that question to the Minister of State. Please, if you can.
Statements will...
Please.
I'm telling you of the government's decision.
Without interruption.
We'll come in. Bernard. We'll come in at 11:30 for brief statements. We'll be finished within 20 minutes, and leaders' questions will be at 12:15. And if there's a request put forward by the opposition, it will be treated accordingly on the order of business.
No, look, sorry.
Right,
Please, I'll ask Kehoe, please, now. Hold on a second.
The
Chief Whip gave the impression that he wants...
Is that agreed?
That is not agreed.
That's agreed.
It's not agreed.
The chat your head because the opposition talk.
It's not agreed. It's not agreed.
The opposition
Neil, vote all.
Vote all.
Half hour. That's all I want to. Not even a phone call.